You are about to enjoy an It Takes Three Network podcast.
Well, now, the bar mitzvah is our greatest export possibility. It's got huge crossover potential.
It's an honorary bar mitzvah.
It's a Chrismukkah Bar Mitz-vahkkah.
We're here! Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Let's Talk OC, the OC podcast. I'm Michelle.
I'm Liz.
And I am really excited because we have two guests tonight, and they are my sister Sam.
Hi.
And her husband, my brother-in-law, Bobby.
Not a big deal. You guys might remember me writing the fictional episode from a few months ago. Not a big deal.
He won the contest.
We loved it.
Your fanfic was so good.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad. I do it for the peeps, you know.
Welcome to the Bronx,
Wasn't
bitch.
rigged.
That's right.
It was
Welcome
great.
to the Bronx.
It wasn't rigged. That's right. We should make that clear. It was not rigged. But I'm really excited because I've been podcasting for a very long time on stupid little projects here and there, and Sam has never been a guest, ever.
Is
Yes,
it
I
weird?
have.
No, you haven't.
In your dreams, yes, I have.
Was she on your
Oh.
No, Bobby
Yeah.
was a guest.
I spoke.
And then the file got corrupted.
Well,
That's why that
not
episode never
my
went out.
fault.
Oh, WTF.
I know.
Well, WTF.
But you've never...
Effort over
trivia.
outcome. I was definitely on there.
Okay, well, before we get into this episode, I want to know why you guys chose this episode and why it took you 3 seasons to come be a guest on the podcast.
Samantha?
So I had wanted to come on for New Year's Eve season 1 because that's my one of my favorite episodes. I'm honestly not sure why we didn't come on for that, but that's my favorite with Finley Quay.
Yeah.
Finley Quay Dice plays in the end and the confetti and Ryan and Marissa finally have a moment. Oliver gets out of the picture for like 3 seconds. That's one of my favorite scenes in the whole series. So I wanted to come on for that. I'm not sure why that didn't happen. Tag out.
You know?
Bobby?
Take out.
I'm literally here because Sam's here and, you know, we're married and you sort of do that thing when you get married with people. But I really wanted to come on in season 1 simply for the soul scene of when Ryan's like, hey, you know what I like about Kids from Newport? Nothing. And then he just decks Luke. I want to come on just
episode,
for
right?
that.
Welcome to the
much.
OC, bitch.
Welcome to the OC, bitch.
Pretty much just for that scene. But yeah, that's why I'm here. But I'm game for pretty much any episode because the show just is amazing.
Yeah, but why did you choose this episode?
Is it because it's...
Is it because it's Chrismukkah?
Chrismukkah Bar
Probably
Mitz-vahkkah?
Chrismukkah, and I think because Ryan and Marissa are together, and I really love them together, and I kind of hate her when she's not with him.
Interesting.
And just the meaning and the whole ending of the episode and how everything tied together, minus Johnny.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's very sweet.
Yeah. So we are discussing season 3, episode 10, the Chrismukkah Bar Mitz-vahkkah. If that's not the most fun name to say.
That too, the title in and of
It
itself
just
is
rolls
just
right off
real
your
fun.
tongue.
I feel like it's something like Dr. Seuss would eventually have written a book about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Original air date was December 15th, 2005, directed by Ian Toynton and written by Josh Schwartz.
Ian Toynton was last week, too,
He
right?
was, yes. In this episode, Johnny finds out that his surgery won't be covered by insurance, so Seth invents a new holiday with hopes that this will help. I made a special snack for us this week
It's very cute.
called Gelty Pleasures because some might say that the OC is a guilty pleasure and Hanukkah, the guilt,
The guilt,
the
golden guilt.
that's right. So I took very thin Oreos, which were very delightful.
Oreo Thins, yeah. They're
and
good.
I covered them in edible gold sugar to make giant guilt.
Very cute.
I got to be honest, if the whole goal was to create guilt, it absolutely failed because I had about 6 or 7 of them and I feel no remorse whatsoever. So I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. It's hard. So every week I try to theme a snack or a drink to go with the episode. And so with this episode, I'm like, damn, what am I going to make? They don't really mention much food in this
No, except
episode.
bagels, which they always mention.
They always, I mean, we would have bagels every week if
Every
I went
week.
off of that. So I was like, Hanukkah, guilt, Oreos. And I chose Oreos because they're your favorite cookie.
Oh, thank you.
And I know how much you
Appreciate
love
that.
them. So that was
So
how
sweet.
You know,
guilty pleasure came.
I think a mensch is just a guy, but you're the female version of a mensch.
Oh.
Foreshadowing hashtag.
Oh,
I think a girl could be a mensch, too. I mean, they typically classify men because that's the Jewish religion.
Yes.
Everything is a man.
Right.
True.
I'm Jewish, I can say that. So,
yes.
you know. But Michelle's definitely a female mensch.
Yeah, exactly.
Mensch on a bench.
Bench
That's
on
like
the bench.
the elf on the
I
shelf.
know.
It's
Wench
mensch
on
on
the
the
bench.
bench.
You're gonna call me a wench on the bench?
Nope, I took it. No, I didn't mean like that. I was trying to
Boom.
Just kidding.
More shots fired than Johnny's gun. Foreshadowing hashtag what?
All right, so let's get into this episode. Episode opens up. We have the core 4. They're at the Christmas tree lot, and Summer is very particular on her trees. She's shaking them. She's like, nope. Pine needles are falling off. This one has holes like cheese. Okay, right now we have Sam and Bobby.
They're giving fingers to each other.
Does this resonate with you two?
Is Sam like this when she picks
I have
out a
a
tree?
personal, I feel for Summer, you have to have the perfect tree. Everyone makes fun of me if you could see the trees that I have had in the past.
if you
in my
could.
living room.
could.
It's really a sight.
Humongous.
It's a Chrismukkah miracle that they fit in my mother's house at
Right.
one point. But it's the whole, just the magic of picking out a Christmas tree. It was weird because I don't know if we can mention other shows on here.
Sure.
But on Glee, first episode, it's bad that I relate to her in this regard. But
Leah Michelle?
no.
Oh.
Matthew Morrison's wife was talking about how she wanted to have this house and how she wanted to pick out her own Christmas tree and chop it down in the woods. And I'm like, oh my God, I always wanted to do that. So ever since then, I've pretty much done it.
Now,
But you feel you have to have the perfect tree. I don't know. Go ahead.
I think exactly what she just said right there, which is all nice. But the reality of it, it's also more like the Griswold Christmas tree and that whole experience.
It's not going in the yard.
Yeah.
It's not going to fit in the backyard. Well, it's not going there. Yeah.
Yeah, so Summer's being very particular. They are there to pick out the Cohen's tree.
Right.
And Marissa decides that, you know what, Johnny needs a tree.
Shocker.
Because she feels bad for Johnny because he's literally a sad sack.
Right. And then we end last episode. We don't really know if Marissa's like talked to Johnny because it's super awkward because he told her he loves her or he's falling in love with her. And she just like left.
And she also said, hey, okay, we should take some time apart.
Yeah. We should be.
And to fill you guys in,
separated.
she does tell Ryan.
Right.
Right.
At the end of last episode.
So Ryan is aware, but Ryan's okay because he trusts Marissa. And Ryan actually thinks it's a great idea to bring Johnny a tree.
Marissa just keeps pushing.
Right. She
The
pushes the
envelope a little
envelope.
Yeah.
I get why she's doing it.
Like her heart's bigger
But-
than her brain,
Yeah,
honestly. And
yeah.
it just gets to be, it works to a point and then it works to a fault. I respect her character, but it's really frustrating to watch.
Yeah. Agreed.
Day in and day out.
I will agree with
And
that.
I give Ryan a lot of props for being 17 and having the trust and patience that he has. Because
Yeah.
30-years don't exude that kind of patience. 40-year-olds, I mean, he really, he's very mature for his age in that regard.
Yeah.
He has some violent tendencies to work out, but don't we all? Go ahead, Bobby. You're looking at me.
I was just gonna say, I mean, as the seasons go along, I've noticed that her kindness and everything like that has really led on a lot of guys.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it's her really big heart and her desire to fill some void in her own life to try to, help other people that's, creating this, or if, speaking as guys are kind of stupid. If a girl even like says hello, guys like she wants it.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it's the stupidity of the of the male sex, or if it's just her being overly nice and leading on all these dudes. But her overly nice nature is kind of causing a lot of problems throughout the seasons, I've noticed.
Definitely.
It's
I think
kind of
she's
her
trying,
MO, yeah.
like to what you said, she's trying to heal her dad's.
wow.
that
Two
whole
therapists
trauma.
here, by the way.
Sorry,
Oh, yeah, we should have prefaced it with that. Yeah.
we should have
She has
prefaced
this
it.
unconscious desire to help and make better because, the veil of what happened with her father. I mean, this makes a lot of
job,
sense.
Schwartz
That's
and
why
Savage.
males are play a important role in her life. Trying to repair that initial relationship that's obviously strained permanently, unfortunately. But I think that's what happens there. Sorry.
I'm
I
going to
love
jump
that.
in so we
Yeah.
can move on.
Okay.
On a lighter note, while they're in the Christmas tree lot, Seth says that, he's talking about how much he loves Chrismukkah. Marissa's like, we know. He's like, I wanted Christmas. I gave myself Christmas. And Summer goes, well, what does every Christian kid want? A bar mitzvah.
And Ryan's like, nobody wants that.
So Liz is Jewish. She had a bat mitzvah.
It did.
Sam and I grew up in a Chrismukkah household.
Facts.
Our mom was Christian. Our dad was Jewish. And I would say dad was culturally Jewish, but we didn't go to Hebrew school. We didn't get our bat mitzvah.
Right. We did go to temple
Occasionally.
for like
Holidays.
I only
Tuesday nights.
occasionally went to temple
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, but in our do you ever look back and think, man, I wish I had a bat mitzvah?
It's all right if you didn't.
Yes. Just to have more of a understanding of the religion.
Yeah.
Like I never look back and was like, wow, I'm sad I didn't get all my commandments.
That's Christian.
Right, no, but that's my point. I
That
never
she-
look
what
back
she
and was like,
means.
I want all of that. Like a
Yeah.
bat mitzvah, I feel more a little bit connected to. I
Right.
don't know why. So I think I did. But I wasn't like, oh, I never got that way.
No,
It's
I
just
know.
like, wow, that's a really cool experience to have as a 13-year-old.
Yeah, I don't look back and think that. But then, like, for fun, to talk about being more culturally, when our cat turned 13, I threw her a Chrismukkah Bar
It was
Mitz-vahkkah.
very adorable.
And I made her a tiny yarmulke claus, and we lifted her up to
and
Lion
we all
King.
wore the yarmulke claws.
Yes.
Yes, multiple times.
Yeah,
because
and the
Anthony's
Christmas
birthday is in
party.
December. So I
And
always,
Jake's bar mitzvah. Oh, no, not at Jake's bar mitzvah. Never mind.
Jake and Keno
Bless
have bar
you.
mitzvahs too.
Yes, both my dogs had bar mitzvahs.
right. So
Right.
we force it upon our animals.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So they do end up picking up a tree for Johnny, and they go to Johnny's house. And
This is
Johnny's
super awkward.
mom answers the door, and she's like, "Oh, I don't think this is a good time. Johnny's
knows.
not doing well."
Shocker.
She knows.
She knows. And they're all outside, and they're holding the tree, and they're like, "Summer picked it out," and Johnny's like,
Right? It's
"Oh,
like we're holding this tree. Can we just like get in? the house?
yeah,
Right.
yeah." And she's like, "Here's the tree," and he's like, "Oh, thanks, guys, but bad news, my surgery's off. The insurance isn't covering it."
Right. He's like walking on it though, on his knee, which he probably shouldn't be doing. But at this point, he's probably like, whatever, fuck it, because
Right.
I'm not gonna have my surgery. Might as well just walk on it.
I'm down in the dumps anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While the kids are out picking out the Cohen's tree, Kirsten and Sandy, they're back at the house, and Kirsten's going through all of her memories. It's the
Yeah.
first Christmas without Caleb, and it's also the last one that the boys are in the house, which I'm like, the boys will come home for Chrismukkah, though.
Yeah, you would hope so. Like they have off.
But I get it. A lot is happening, and she's reminiscing, and Sandy's trying to be super positive. He's like, this is going to be the best Chrismukkah ever. Just trust me. And he's like, oh, the air is crisp. Feels like it's 70 degrees out. You made a comment about his hoodie.
Totally.
You're not a fan of his hoodie,
I
Liz?
hate when he wears a hoodie. I love the no hood Berkeley sweatshirt on him.
Oh, yeah. Surfer
Love that.
Sandy look?
Surfer Sandy with the slick back wet hair. But this is like dad slumpy, frumpy Sandy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just not my thing.
It's okay.
But it
Personal
also
opinion.
shows his realism because every dad has one of those things. so-
Totally.
So true.
Totally. He always wears, it's either that Berkeley sweatshirt or that blue sweatshirt. He doesn't have any other sweatshirts.
It's a very dad thing, like you said, Bobby.
Oh, yeah. And, my dad has like one sweatshirt. Or he has a million, but he only wears the one.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
from 1987.
So with the news that the insurance isn't going to cover the surgery, of course, they have to do something about it. So we see the core four, they're at the diner, and they're like, we need a miracle. And they all look at Summer because the running joke is that Summer saves Chrismukkah. She saved last year's Chrismukkah with Lindsay, if you can remember.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
Chrismukkah brings out some really annoying characters. But I
Yeah.
digress.
That is true. We've
No
had now
joke.
2
Can't
Chrismukkahs
stand Lindsay.
in a row helping characters
Whiny,
we don't love.
helpless little does. I'm
So
her-
true.
Johnny and Lindsay are like in the same
Actually,
Tell us
they
how you
pretty
really
much
feel.
are
They're
the
like
same.
parallel,
Definitely.
except their genders are obviously different.
Yeah. But Seth, he's like, he brings up the bar mitzvah again. He's like, if you guys had your bar mitzvah, we could just pool our money together. And then a light bulb goes off, and he looks at Ryan, and he's like, I have an idea. And Ryan's like, oh no, I'm not doing this. And Seth gets so inspired, and you see it, and he sits up, and he's like, wait for it, a Chrismukkah Bar Mitz-vahkkah.
And Ryan's like, nah, we're not doing it.
I'm not doing
doing
this. But Marissa's like, okay, so we'll raise money, like a fundraiser. We'll get the
Right.
money for the
Normal
surgery.
newborn stuff.
And Ryan again is like, I can't believe you're serious. This can't happen. Summer's laughing. She's like, this is funny. Yeah. So Marissa and Ryan are really excited. They go to tell Johnny the news, and he's super depressed. He's watching old surfing videos of when he was in Costa Rica.
And what
Yeah.
so he's like 16 at this point or 17, and at that time maybe it was like, let's say 3 or 4 years ago. What like 12-year-old is going to Costa Rica by themselves? We're out there without their mom to go like surfing and
How do we know his mom didn't go?
I mean,
All
it's
right.
still, he obviously
right,
was good
fine.
from a young age.
I mean, don't you
so-
think he was, did they say he was 12? Maybe he was like 15?
Oh, you said it was a
14?
few years ago.
Oh, it did?
So
Okay.
I imagine like at least 2
Right.
plural.
Yeah. No, I get you. It's young.
Yeah.
Super young. But Johnny doesn't want to be a part of any of this. And he's like, I'm not a charity case.
Right.
And if anyone would understand, it would be
It
Ryan.
would be you, Ryan. And Ryan's like, oh.
So Ryan, of course, is like, he has nothing to say to that. And Ryan and Marissa, they fill Seth and Summer in, which at this point, they're outside by the pool. And Summer is wearing my T-shirt.
She's literally wearing the
The
t-shirt.
Donna Martin graduate shirt. I had no idea we had the same. This is a stupid tangent, but I'm going to say it. I had no idea that she had this shirt. I received this shirt for my birthday 2 years ago, and I haven't watched this episode in a very long time from my old boss because I loved 90210. And so James got me this shirt.
Oh.
Yeah. And I saw it and I was like, ooh. But that, I mean, I stopped it. I'm pretty sure it's the same. It looked like
Yeah, it's the same.
It's got to be the same.
Donna Martin
Awesome.
graduates. But anyway, so they're discussing the fact that, you know, they feel bad for Johnny. Summer's like, he's like our own little tiny Tim, which is very funny because he kind of is.
Yeah, he is.
And then we find out how Seth's bar mitzvah, no one came because it was the same day as Luke's,
Party.
Party.
13th birthday party or whatever.
and it was paintball.
Yeah, which is cool.
Totally
Oh, yeah,
Luke.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I also like that we referenced Luke.
Same.
Yeah.
He still
Yeah.
exists. He's just not
He
there.
still exists. Yeah. But Seth's like, this is my chance to have a redo. So there's like a double reason for this party because
Right, like
Yeah.
a hidden meaning to
Yeah.
this.
yeah,
Yeah, he's trying to almost right that unresolved grievance from the past and everything.
exactly. But the hard part of all of this is Seth and Ryan need to tell Sandy and Kirsten about it. And they need to get their approval because this is really insulting.
I guess.
Well, yeah. I mean, Sandy, who's like, this is a huge
he's
part.
a Jew.
Mm-hmm.
But they have this new son. He could be Jewish too. Not that he wants to be. But I get it.
No. Right. But I mean, they obviously come around, and the way Seth explains it is very funny. He brings up, like, hey, Mom, like, your people allowed reindeer and commercialism in holiday movies and Tim Allen movies, he says.
Right.
Tim Allen.
And he's
Oh,
like, and
well.
I would say that's exploiting. And then he brings up the birth of Christ. It's a big deal.
Well, she does say it. She's like, yes, that's fitting for Christmas.
Yes, the birth of Christ.
Birth of Christ.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty
Very
significant
important.
incident.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Sure.
But they
Somewhat of
say,
a-
like, it's for charity. It's for a good cause. And so they jump on board. They get his blessing. And Sandy's like, listen, this will be an honorary bar mitzvah.
Right.
But they
That
also
was handled appropriately. Go ahead.
But they were also saying too, like that they were going to get all the noopsies to join in, and they were saying they were going to donate to the hospital, and meanwhile they're going to put for Johnny's surgery. I mean, anybody out there that's listening, if you're a lawyer, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that embezzlement? Where like,
Well, I
you
think
know?
they were saying there was going to be a party at the club anyway, so they would raise money for the hospital, and then the hospital would fund the
Fund
surgery.
like in their donations.
Yeah.
all right,
Like,
She
donate
did
a
say that
surgery, we'll
to
raise
Neil
money.
when she ran
Makes
into
more
him.
sense.
All right.
She was like, "Oh, I'm looking for so and so," and he's like, "Oh, you don't want that." And she said, "We're raising money for the hospital in hopes that they'll pay for the surgery."
fair
Right.
enough.
Which honestly, I mean, whatever it is, what it is. The show's written, but couldn't you go to a different surgeon who has your insurance instead of?
Yeah, I mean, these are all
hey, they're
logistics.
valiant effort,
Right.
But Johnny just
Like if
could
it's
have. His mom
medically
could have.
necessary.
Right. How you can't find a surgeon to do it. I don't know.
It's not a cosmetic
It's not
procedure. I'm
cosmetic,
not
so it's
gonna
got to
get
be
into it.
covered.
No, I
Right.
mean,
I hear you. It's not
Botox,
Botox.
totally
Botox not covered.
right. No.
Should be. Maybe.
But so the Coens have Chrismukkah spirit, and the kids have the spirit, but you know who doesn't have Chrismukkah spirit is Johnny, but Julie.
And Julie, yeah.
Oh yeah, I like.
And Julie is in her trailer. She is watching NASCAR.
With her thong
Her Ed
hanging
Hardy
out of
shirt,
her
her
Yeah,
red thong
jeans.
hanging out of that
So
tush.
good.
That's
I know
bounce a
she's
quarter off it.
decorating the tree by herself because she has not told Marissa about this situation. And it's really sad. And Kirsten keeps stopping by, keeps advising
She's
her.
worried about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kirsten's also sad too because
Yeah.
of everything that's going on. But they do get the fundraiser going, and she does grab Julie out, and she's like, we're going to go talk to the hospital. Like, this is all good things. Like, this is what we do. We plan events. But what Julie is going through is that the fact of she was fine with hiding things from Marissa in the past, and for some reason she can't come forward with this.
Yeah. She's too afraid.
One
Yeah.
thing that I want to point out as well that I thought was really sweet of her is, I mean, we're all from New York here, and New York is somewhat like California, but the impression I have of Newport, California is that it's all about appearances and keeping up with the Joneses. So, Julie is as crappy as she was doing it, as blatantly obvious as it was. I mean, she's sitting in a trailer, packing a lip, watching NASCAR, those are all fun things, but they're not Julie things to do. But she was too ashamed to admit that her life was in hell. And Kirsten, first, admitted that she was not really doing so hot and almost made Julie feel more comfortable. So I admire that she invited her to kind of, sit in the misery and, just sit with her, not necessarily talk, but just sit there silently and just know that she wasn't alone. So I thought that was really cool of her to do.
Definitely.
Yeah. No,
Misery loves
absolutely.
company.
And Neil, who we get to see a little bit more, who is Summer's dad, he works at the hospital, and Julie and Kirsten end up talking to Neil, and Neil is the one who actually gets this whole thing going, the whole fundraiser.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Neil, though, he's very depressed as well.
Yeah, everyone seems to
Yeah,
be
he's very removed.
having a
Like the
hard
parents,
holiday.
it's Julie
Yeah,
and Neil
yeah.
and Johnny are having a hard time, and Neil is just working constantly. His wife is off centering herself for the new year.
Her chakras
Aligning
or
her
something.
chakras, exactly.
Sure.
And all Summer wants to do is just get a tree with her family. And he's like, yeah, just let me know when you want to do it. They end up getting their tree. And we find out a little bit more about Summer.
This was a very sad but sweet
Yeah.
moment
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, because she's very close with her dad. But we find out when she was 13 that her mother left them because she just didn't like him anymore.
That's what
They
he
don't really
said.
go into that
Yeah,
ever,
they
which is
don't.
sad. They kind of leave that alone.
I'm sure he was a workaholic, though. I'm sure
Right.
that played a role in it. But I find it interesting that Summer and Seth were both going through separate things at the age of 13. They were both sort of in hell in their own way. And as well, I feel like Summer decorating the Christmas tree with her dad is almost the same thing that Seth was trying to do with having a redo of his bar mitzvah, and they're trying to sort of right the wrongs and have these redos of these unhappy childhood events.
Right.
That's right. Very good, Bonnie.
Great perspective
That's
on
great.
Thanks.
But, even though Marissa is sad and her dad is there to help, it's a good thing that she has Seth, because you can even see Seth does show up when she's decorating the tree with her dad.
Yeah.
And she seems really sad. And he's like, is there anything I can do to help? And just by him hugging her, she's like, you've already helped so much.
That's
I know.
so true,
So
though.
true.
I know.
Right?
A presence of someone is truly a present.
Yeah, like a hug, an
Yeah.
embrace. You're like, I'm better already.
Yeah.
Just feels good.
Yeah. So the wheels now are, like we said, are in motion for this party. Neil Roberts, he got it going. We have Sandy, we have Julie. And the thing that needs to be done is Ryan needs to learn a bit of the Torah. So we have Ryan and Seth going through Seth's old things. He pulls out a trunk full of memories. He has like an archery award.
13-year-old
He
memory.
has the plaster hot dog
dog,
on a
yeah.
plate that I feel like every art class did
Yes.
in 7th grade.
Oh yeah.
He has a diorama in there. And then
Dioramas always did dioramas.
always, right? And then he pulls out his CD by Rabbi Gutterman that has the Torah that helped train him. Did you have a CD? Like, how did you train?
My cantor actually sang on cassette. This is how old I am. On cassette tape. And I would play the cassette tape over and over and over again. I have a very great short-term memory, so it was very easy for me. And he actually added on more portions of it because I was doing so well. Don't do that, because it's just way too much work. It's just too much work. But yeah, it's interesting. It's a very stressful time in a 13-year-old's life.
As
so.
Seth says.
yeah.
And Ryan's looking through Seth's bar mitzvah album, and he's like, this is so awkward. I can't believe this is you.
Yeah, and then for Ryan to just
Yeah.
not know any Hebrew, not know the language, not know anything about it, just to start speaking it is just awkward.
It's just
Yeah.
awkward.
I kind of wish we saw Ben McKenzie like spit a little,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's all right.
Chance a little
I had
Torah?
feeling-
Pick up
I
on
thought
that.
for some reason we did see that,
Me too.
but maybe I'm thinking of a different show. There's so many shows that have like
No, I know.
things like that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in his memory, trunk
Box.
was Seth's bar mitzvah video, which he's like, Ryan, you're never going to see this. But we see Seth watching it by himself. And the song That's What Friends Are For are playing. And it's really cringy because no one is
He's
there.
got no friends there
sad.
except like older people.
And the Nana.
And we hear Nana's voice
Nana.
and Caleb's voice. Like,
Yeah.
hello, shalom. And Seth's sitting at the table and Kirsten and Sandy go over. And they're like, hey, you want to come dance with us? And he's like, no one came. This sucks. It's pretty funny. And the parent, and even Kirsten Sandy, like, more people said they were coming.
Yeah.
And it like
horrible.
it literally reminds me of that episode of Friends where
Yes.
with the prom where Ross is just like
Yes.
I just keep
Go
thinking
over
about
there.
that the whole
Go
time.
downstairs and see Rachel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And is it weird that they sort of look alike? That you know,
Seth and Ross.
That Ross is-
Seth and Ross are both these like shorter, not so buff, you know, dark haired, you know, nerdy kind of guys, and they're dating total smoke shows.
Yeah. It's true.
Uh,
It's a parallel.
These tall smoke shows.
Yeah.
So I just find that interesting.
Sammy looks skeptical.
He's just not seen the full series.
I
of
know,
Friends, so
I
have
wasn't
to
gonna
pull
say
it.
anything.
No, I'm totally blowing smoke
Oh yeah,
out your
Ross
toes.
gets super buff towards the end.
Super
by
buff
the way.
and tan in one episode. He's like an
Very
11.
so tan.
So-
Incredibly tan.
I'm an
And
8.
very
I'm
white
sorry
teeth.
that you
Very
don't
white
know what I'm
teeth.
talking about.
I have very strong feelings about Ross, so maybe we should just move.
Yeah, we should definitely
all
move
right,
on.
all right,
Yeah.
all right. So let's move on.
One day I will have a Friends podcast.
Oh boy, that would be so fun.
In a very far future.
Marissa has to get Johnny on board with this because now we're really in motion here. Ryan's learning the Torah, and Johnny still hasn't agreed to this whole situation. She meets with him a couple of times. The first time she goes to his house, he's a dick.
Yeah,
Did you think he was a dick, or am I
He's
just
depressed.
yeah,
he's
he's
very
depressed
depressed.
and
You're depressed. You're
defensive
irritable. You're defensive. You're out of touch with what you really think you want, and he's just being depressed.
Okay.
right?
I'll
like,
take
he's,
back. He's not being a
He's
dick.
trying
He's just
to
off.
work out
He's
himself.
coming off that way, right?
And Marissa just keeps getting involved.
She's pushing
more
her
and more.
agenda
Yeah.
on him. I'm sorry, but she has a habit of doing that throughout the
does.
series. She's pushing agendas, and
Oh.
I get it. Her heart is in the right place,
It's in the
but
right place.
Yeah.
girl, focus on yourself.
But we
Yeah.
see when she is there, she doesn't stay long. His phone rings and he goes outside and she's like,
This is
whatever,
private.
This is private.
I will leave. The second time she sees him on the pier outside the diner, she's waiting for Ryan for dinner and something sketchy. We see an exchange of money. And
don't
so
know what
she
the hell.
follows him on to the beach.
But he's still standing out there. It's
I
not like the
know.
exchange was done. And he's like, all right.
No, he
Gonna
like
go,
went
wa-
down to the
he just
beach.
was standing there.
And so she's like, you know, what's going on? Are you okay? And he's like, I'm fine. He's like, but you know what? Just you make me, like, you give me hope.
Yeah.
And then she's like, we're going to get through this together. And like, typical
Yeah,
Marissa.
and she's like putting her hand on his shoulder.
Oh,
Yeah.
annoying.
And then, you know, they
He's like,
hug.
oh.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Invitation?
Right.
And he
Not
goes
really.
to kiss her and she moves her cheek. And then who?
She's always
So
towing that line. It's like, let me
awkward.
take it all so far and then pull back. Well, girl, what do you expect? This guy told you he has feelings for you, and then you follow him onto a dark beach, and we're gonna get
I
through
know.
this.
And watching
Oh,
this,
okay.
I'm so team Marissa second time around, right? On this podcast.
Yeah, we
I
are.
love Marissa. But there's a tiny, tiny, tiny part of me deep down that's like, Marissa, you know what you're doing. But I truly don't think that she does. But a part of me is like, oh,
You just would think she
though?
would adopt a learning curve after all
Right,
this,
like
like
she-
Oliver
she's-
or
is she that
other
naive?
right?
I
Come
think
on.
she is. I truly think she is.
Yeah.
I do. I
She
really
doesn't learn.
think because like, why would she put herself in this
Yeah, I
position?
know.
And of course, as Ryan
attention.
has awful timing, he was supposed to meet her
or
at the
really
diner.
good timing.
He sees
Right,
her.
he's got impeccable timing.
Impeccable timing,
Impeccable
right? But it's
timing.
not good because he sees this whole situation and then he decides, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Not only that, but can we just talk about how like that scene and just the camera angle and Ryan standing the way he does? That's totally like a camera angle and scene that would be in like the show Gotham. Like that was so
Yeah.
you know
that's true.
Gothamish and everything like this
Well,
dark
When
dark
he
night
walked
overlooking.
in his suit to into Johnny's house, I was like, "This literally looks like Gotham," because he's like dressed because he's a cop.
Yes.
I was like, "This
I had
looks
the
like
same
he's
thought.
so old."
I had the
Yeah.
same exact thought, right down to like the sort of crooked tie.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. And-
100%.
but yeah, it's just dark crusader, just watching everything.
Yeah.
And you know, in a way, almost he always was like he was always watching Marissa and like looking over her, and he always was like there if anything were to happen in a way. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why I think
Yeah.
I like that
He's a
he's always
protector.
somehow there because
She needs protection.
She needs protection. He
Oh,
is that
yeah.
role. They fit like hand in glove in that regard.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't know. I love it. He's just I don't know. He's a badass.
Yeah,
But-
without a
Love
doubt.
him.
He does call off that he's not doing this anymore. And of course, Sandy is like, it's time for the good old Sandy
Sandy
Cohen
Cohen
speech, uplifting speech. And he says, like, listen, you have to be an adult. I know things are up, but Johnny needs this more than you can explain to as what's going on. and you have to do this. If there's any time for an adult moment,
Right. Like, just do the right thing. Ryan's like, all right, I got to do the right thing.
and he says, Ryan Atwood, you're a mensch.
You're a mensch.
And after tonight,
I'll tell you what that means. So funny. I love it.
so good. So Marissa, she shows up to Ryan's before the event. Ryan's getting ready. Marissa looks gorgeous in her black dress. And I love this scene because she says, you know, how's everything going? We were supposed to have dinner last night. And then he's like, I was reading the Torah. And she's like, well, that's an excuse I never heard. And then she's like, because if you would have shown up, you would have saw something that wasn't actually happening. Right. And I do enjoy this about them because they are pretty open with each other.
Yeah. She's like, you would have saw something that, you know, looked like something else. And he's like, yeah, actually I did.
Yeah.
And then they come clean. And then he says, what is with you? Why do you feel the need to help these kinds of guys?
Because they're her father.
And she's like, oh, like you? Troubled guys that are actually really nice?
Yeah, that turn out to be good guys. And she's like, I don't have feelings for Johnny. I'm just worried about him.
She's almost like the kind of person that goes to a pet shelter and, you know, takes care of all the pets, but she decides to adopt one of them, aka dating Ryan. But everyone else is like the pets that she doesn't take home, but feels a need to like take care of, I suppose.
Yeah. But she's so worried about her other pet, Johnny.
Right.
And she's like, I don't know if he's dealing drugs. And Ryan's like, no, he's not. Like, that's not his it. She's like, I'm just worried. She's like, can you go talk to him? So he goes and talks. This is where he shows up in the suit. And he will not take no for an answer. Johnny's in the shower and he's like, Johnny comes out and he's like, listen, you got to come with me. It's going to be fun. And like Johnny keeps trying to make excuses.
Right. And Ryan says, it's not about you anymore. It's about me. It's my night.
Yeah. And while Johnny was in the shower, we shouldn't miss this part, Ryan goes snooping and he's trying to find something in his room. He doesn't find anything.
Luckily.
After Johnny agrees to coming to the party, we see Johnny get a gun, and that's what he's been hiding. Did you guys remember this?
Yes.
When I saw it, then I did. But
I also thought he had pills, but I remember the gun.
I was like, it could be drugs, could be gun, it could be any of it.
Yeah, I was thinking, you know, some sort of like opioid. Like oxycodone or something like that. And then when I saw the gun, I you know, I guess being in the field I'm in, I'm like, oh my God, is he going to rob someone to try to get more oxycodone, or is he potentially suicidal because his identity has been lost?
Right.
Yeah.
He's exactly lost his identity.
Yeah. So it's the night of the party, and Julie finally gets the guts to go over to tell Marissa what's going on. So she shows up to Summer's house, and Neil answers. And Neil's like, what are you doing here? And she's like, I'm looking for Marissa. He's like, Marissa already left. Come in for a drink. And so they have a drink with each other by the pool, and they're talking about how they do these things to protect their kids. She comes clean that, her house isn't actually being renovated. She lives in a trailer park.
Yeah.
And he comes clean like, I'm probably getting my second divorce.
Yep.
And so they both agree like, maybe we should just keep our kids in the safe zone for now.
Yeah.
Because it's just better for them. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like she should just tell Marissa.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, eventually it's going to come out.
Right, it always comes out in the
Marissa's
wash.
like, Mom, when can I move back? Not that she really would want to.
But at the same time, you almost have to give it up for Julie, because this is the first person outside of one of her most trusted confidants, Kirsten, that she admitted to. And not for nothing, but seeing the way she looked in that episode is just a total, you know, smoke show, you know, rocket, the way that she was looking. She's and sees that he is maybe potentially another romantic interest to admit this and bring her own stock down and everything. I give her a lot of credit for that, you know. The truth will set you free, my children.
But she does invite Neil to the party.
Yeah.
Which is huge because, like we've seen this whole episode, Neil is just not in any kind of holiday spirit.
No.
So we get to the party. We have a big picture of Ryan in his baseball uniform from when he was a kid.
Which, how did they
Everyone
get?
signed.
Maybe Ryan had a picture and they blew it up.
Yeah, they probably blew it up.
They make quick moves.
Yeah, and everybody's signing it, and there's a photographer, and they're all taking family photos. And it's very cute, and it's setting the mood. And Ryan says to Marissa, like, hey, don't leave Johnny out of your sight. Don't let Johnny out of your sight.
Why did we assign her?
Right.
Always
Who
her.
else are we going to assign?
Perhaps Summer? No, I guess she's not. I don't know.
She's
I feel
not
like
that involved.
maybe
Ryan
an
is an adult, someone besides
Sandy,
a
can you
very
keep an eye on
vulnerable
Johnny?
character who puts herself in very
Right.
sketchy
And then
situations.
Afterwards, she makes Ryan go after him.
Right.
Not makes him. He decides to. But it's like, this is fucking Ryan's party.
Right.
But-
Well, that's the thing. Like they're doing this for Johnny. They get Johnny there.
Ryan keeps
Marissa
getting
loses
involved.
track of Johnny, and so he takes off. And so Ryan's like, I will go after him. But that's what Ryan would do.
I get it.
Yeah. I mean, Ryan is the shepherd. Like, he is the
That's
one that
right.
always herds everyone, is always protecting everyone, is always keeping everyone in line. So, like, who else but Ryan?
Yeah, and but it makes things very awkward because at the same time, Sandy's on stage. He's about to
He's
announce
announcing him.
Ryan. Seth stalls by saying like, "Oh, hey, he forgot his glasses." Him and Sandy are singing dreidel. No one knows the song.
Nobody cares.
No one cares,
I'm
unfortunately.
surprised all the people haven't left by the time Ryan got back.
Yeah. So what we find that happens is Ryan is following Johnny, and we see Johnny pull into a mini mart. Ryan's at a light, and we see that Johnny reaches into his back, and we see him pull out his gun, and Ryan
Puts it in
sees
his
this.
Back of his pants.
Yeah, like
Right.
he's adjusting it,
Right.
and we have this really tense scene. Silent Night is playing in the convenience store. And Johnny's like lurking behind the aisles because, like, obviously Johnny doesn't want to do this.
No.
He's not the type of kid
And he
to do
didn't
this.
think it through either.
Really, though.
No,
Plus, he knows that he's going to get money from this event.
Right. Like,
so,
why couldn't
but
he
he's not
just
accepting
let
at
let
this
go
point.
slide.
Not yet. Not yet.
you know. And the convenience store owner is like, "Hey, we're closing up," and so he's starting to get weary of him.
Convenience store
Also
owner,
has a gun.
He knows.
Yeah, and like you brought up a good point. Like, of course, this guy's going to have a gun.
Yeah, you're the manager of a convenience store, of a mini mart in the sketchy part of town
Right.
at 10 o'clock
You're
at
not
night.
in Newport.
You're not packing something? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, right. Like,
Right.
of course,
Come
he's
on
going to
now.
have it. And so Johnny goes to grab his gun, and Ryan walks in.
Yeah, but I mean, he could have got in the crossfires of some
Yeah.
too.
And Johnny has like legit
white.
tears
He's like,
in his eyes. Ryan, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'll just get a pack of Marlboros and a lotto ticket. I'm feeling lucky tonight." I love that.
The best.
Love that so much.
smooth.
And he grabs Johnny and he's like, "Listen," he's like, "I do know what it's like to be like you. You got to let the rich people help you."
Yeah,
It's
Right. Swallow
okay.
your pride.
it's okay.
And so Johnny and Ryan, they go back to the party. Ryan arrives. We have Seth still stalling. Then we have Coop and Summer on stage singing Christmas carols.
Oh, yeah,
This
yeah.
is a little better though because at
Better,
least the
but
crowd.
still really
slightly.
awkward.
What do you do though?
Well, could I just jump back for 1
Yeah.
second, realizing now? So I didn't realize that the song "Silent Night" was playing, but when you think about it, how eerie is that song was playing? Because Johnny was going in there to rob that place, and this store owner, he clearly would have shot Johnny. He had the ups on Johnny, and it would have been the ultimate silent night for Johnny because he would have been dead.
Oh,
Yes.
So that's kind of
Oh, no.
spooky.
What? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Good point.
definitely.
Very
Yeah.
good point.
So I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. We didn't get to see Ryan read any of the Torah, but he makes a really sweet speech, talks about what a mitzvah is. He tells Sandy, like, I think I was figuring out what a mensch was.
Yeah,
Yep.
And it teared me up.
yeah, it was sweet.
It was very
sweet.
sweet.
And Johnny's like smiling at him.
Yeah.
and Sandy and Kirsten
I'm still
are obviously happy.
I don't know. I feel like I'm like being a Betty, but I'm still just like not that you don't deserve it. You deserve to be happy, but I'm just not happy with Johnny at this point. Like I'm
Definitely.
watching, I'm just like, people went to a lot of efforts for you, and you're just not clicking.
Well, I think now he's accepting because we get to the last, scene, and Marissa goes up to Johnny. She's like, "Friends." We have "That's What Friends Are For" is playing.
it's
This
like
is
shoving
Seth's.
friendship down your throat.
I know, but this is Seth's ultimate song. Summer's like, "I owe you this dance."
Yeah.
Yes, that was very
Oh,
sweet.
so
So cute. They have like the typical. We have the core 4 plus Johnny, which you didn't like that Johnny was in it, but
No.
they hug each other and sway.
Not into it. The
But
Johnny
then all the
thing.
parents joined.
Right,
It
the
was
parents
sweet.
all about that. Just the Johnny thing. He's like a Lindsay. I think he's just like the new flavor of the
of the
I don't know.
season.
Well,
Yeah.
we have to have new characters in.
I
So
know. Do we
Yeah.
just did right?
I know.
There's a
But-
lot of complexities between the core 4, among the core 4.
And I feel like they all needed that. Like Julie needed to
Yes,
be with
everybody
Marissa.
needed a group
Everybody
hug.
needed a group hug. Everybody
That's
needed
right.
to be with their
Yeah.
kid.
Everyone needs a hug.
Absolutely, it's the
yeah,
holidays.
because Summer was so happy the fact that Neil was
Her
there. She's
father
like,
was there.
"Come dance," and then freaking Julie. She's like, I come in peace to
Yeah,
Ryan.
between Ryan and Marissa,
And
like
it's just so.
it's good to see
It is.
after 3 seasons.
Yes,
It was
everybody
really
was
good to
brought
see.
together. That
And
was the real Chrismukkah miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and on so many levels, through the song, the good times, the bad times, that's what friends are for. It showed itself in so many different ways, like Kirsten coming to Julie's aid, or Julie bringing Dr. Roberts out, or the way Sandy sort of pumped up Kirsten to get involved with this thing because she really needed something to focus her attention on and feel good about, and obviously what everybody was trying to do for Johnny and all that stuff. So it was just, again, it was the metaphors in that song were
He's good with
fantastic.
those subliminal messages.
Isn't he?
And the other thing I wanted to throw out in thinking about, so I'm not Jewish, but I do know that there are certain things that make someone a mensch or make somebody a man, and I only know that because oddly enough, I remember like a Hey Arnold episode where Harold was becoming a man, and at the end of the episode, Arnold was trying to demonstrate to Harold that he became a man in such and such a way throughout the day. And I'm wondering, for anybody that knows more about this than I do, did Ryan complete? I mean, did Ryan complete all of the things that would make somebody a man? Like any more subliminal things throughout the show that Ryan sort of checked off the box for this, that, and the other? I'm wondering if anybody out there, if you have any more information on that, I would be curious to know if there's any sublimation with that. So if anyone wants to get back to us, I'd be very curious to find out.
Well, I definitely think he's a mensch for sure.
Mm-hmm.
A man, I guess.
Yeah. He's responsible. He shows good citizenship towards others.
Right. He owns
He's
up,
charitable.
he's
He owns.
honest.
He swallows his pride. So there's humility
Yeah,
in
I
that.
think he's a man.
I think there's
so
a lot.
And I think he's a huge mensch.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He's got
More
a
than
huge
Seth.
mensch.
Seth's selfish.
He's very. He's got that only child thing going on.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
He's selfless.
Yes. He's
Yes,
selfless.
he is.
He is.
He's the most selfless.
Mm.
All right, so
Beautiful.
we're gonna take a break and we're gonna
Okay.
come back with our segments.
Yay.
And we're back. We're gonna start with how we always start with some tea. I love when we do this with new people because they're like, "What are you doing?"
It's tea time.
Hey, ladies and Bobby.
Oh.
And by the way, this is from our girl at Letitia_Dominique. She brings us our trivia every week. She's our trivia master. Correspondent. Queen,
yeah.
all of it.
She's all the stuff.
Hey, ladies and Bobby. I just have to say I love Let's Talk OC After Dark. The name reminds me of Big Brother After Dark. So if you guys are OG listeners and you didn't keep the episode on at the end,
You missed out.
Liz and I went back on air very shortly and said, like, hey, we're going to talk some spoiler talk because I'm literally dying over
Yeah.
some certain things. So if you're into that, stay tuned. I used to be obsessed with Big Brother After Dark live feeds. Me too.
Michelle is obsessed
Obsessed.
with anything Big Brother.
Here is my trivia this episode. It has a rating of 7.8 on IMDb and a 9.2 on TV.com.
Wow, that's high.
This episode marks only the third time we've seen Summer's dad, Neil Roberts, once in both season 1 and 2. I've thought long and hard about this, and I finally finished, and I've included my top 5 and my bottom 5.
Yes.
Some of my list contains season 4 characters. I've also had a few questions for Sam and her husband. Okay. So Tish's top 5 characters of the series. 1, Ryan. 2, Sandy. 3, Summer. 4, Taylor. Season 4.
Uh-huh.
Number 5, Caitlin.
Caitlin. I
Season
had a feeling.
4.
I had a feeling she was going to say that.
And her pony with alopecia. But
Honorable mention to Sadie.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Bottom 5, Bullet, Frank, Volchuk. And she goes, don't get me wrong, though. He has had his moments where he could be in my top 5, Volchuk.
Really?
what?
Tish, when I told this to Aunt,
He probably was
Aunt was like,
yes.
my girl. And then she continues with Trey and Johnny.
Yeah.
We agree that. Questions for Sam and Bobby.
Okay.
Okay. Number 1, what drew you into the show other than Mitch?
Mitch just going, watch a show.
Yeah.
Watch a show.
Pretty much. Michelle was cheerleading the show for a solid 2 years. And I
2 years.
Yeah, you watched it and then you watched it again, right, with Aunt?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I started when it was on with Amy.
Yeah, I used to watch with Amy in like your room. And one of the parties we had, you were upstairs watching the finale.
The finale.
I was like,
And
I'm
she's
just getting
I'm not coming down
drunk. She's like,
until
I'm not
it's
coming
over.
down. I have to watch the show. I'm like, all right, I'm getting drunk. So Michelle really spearheaded it, and then I watched it with my
John.
my ex
And
John,
Liz.
And me.
and
and
Liz
Tim.
and Tim, a friend of ours, and we just watched it every week, and it was intoxicating. It's a wonderful show. So it's a good escape. You feel like it's a warm hug every
because
episode.
you're in California.
And Phantom Planet is a great opening band for the series, whatever. It just gives you like another world to get into, and it's very easy to do that.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Well, so at the time, Sam and I weren't married, and being that she's Michelle's sister, it was sort of a trickle-down effect, and we were looking for a new show to watch, and Sam...
I had seen it.
Well, fine. We were looking for something to watch, and Sam was like, we should watch this. And I was like, oh, I don't know. But I usually complain a lot. I'll do something, but I complain along the way, and I usually end up liking it. It's just sort of my way of, coping. But I most of the time end up liking it. I'll do it anyway. But so we ended up watching it, and I just kind of really, I was hooked after the first episode. I guess I identified a lot with the protective factors of Ryan and sort of how the way he looks after Marissa feels like protective about Marissa. I just had a lot of, transference with that between Sam and I, and plus it feels so warm. You feel like you're part of the family, and it created a sense of wholesomeness. So I was hooked right away.
Oh, so glad.
I love that. Who's your one true pair?
OTP.
OTP.
Crickets. Oh, damn. Yeah, you can go.
I'll spearhead this one. My one true pair absolutely has to be Captain Oates and Princess Sparkle. Come on. Are you serious? Not one fight in the entire series. How can you argue this? Really, though.
Okay,
I thought he was going to say Sandy and Kirsten.
I know, me too.
On a real note, definitely Sandy and Kirsten. But overall, the statistics don't lie. They didn't have one fight. You can't argue with that.
That's true.
Tim, you got any thoughts over there?
I mean, I want to say Marissa and Ryan only because I just love them, but
Well, why can't you say that? That's
because
how you
I
feel.
also feel that Sandy and Kirsten had such a great dynamic. They went through a lot. They endured a lot. They're such a power couple. I think I have to go with them.
Okay.
I just think
Great
they're-
answer. So
Yeah.
Here, who's your not one true pair? The couple who everyone loves, but you don't. I love this question. It's a little controversial.
it is controversial.
Well played, girl. Well played.
Yeah.
It could be a spoiler too, if you think about it.
It could be.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you want to?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that in after hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
yeah.
my runner-up then, if I'm not going to say that, is probably Ryan and Lindsay. People liked them.
Well,
People maybe didn't like them. Okay, I hated them.
No,
funny.
I hated them too.
yeah, but when we put it out there, the people talked and they had choice words for Lindsay.
And the
which
thing
was
is,
funny.
some people liked him with Lindsay over Marissa.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
There's very passionate.
there's the
people
right
out
way
there.
and there's that way.
Definitely didn't like
You
This is
liked
all
it
gonna get,
much,
edited,
you
right?
blocked
Yeah.
it.
Sure. All right, I'm going to move on. You
All
think
right.
about it. Okay, and then her last question for you guys is, what's your favorite season?
One.
Okay.
It's hard to go without anything anything but one.
Yeah, I
I think that's a no-brainer.
Everybody's just pretty good. I don't know. I just love one. There's so much character development, and the first Chrismukkah is my favorite. New Year's Eve. Oh, that scene.
episode.
I just want to throw glitter around New Year's Eve and just watch them kiss. But then there's fucking Oliver. I can't stand him. but
Looking back, I really like Oliver.
such a D-bag.
You
Oh,
worked him
I
into
hate
your
him.
fanfic, though.
I know I
Psycho.
dig, because he's such a good character to
Yeah.
use. I
So
don't
borderline.
like him, though.
I can't stand
Are we
him.
going into top 5 and low 5 at some point?
Not yet. We will.
Later
on, later
We will. We will.
All right, I just want to make sure.
Okay, so thank you, Tish. We're going to move on
Yeah,
to
good job, Tish.
Good
Well
job.
done.
Alicia at AAW3115. Hi, ladies. Happy recording night. The Chrismukkah Bar Mitz-vahkkah, not a bad episode, but not my favorite Chrismukkah one.
Agreed.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be focused as much on the holidays.
Agreed.
Yeah, as the other, so I found myself forgetting it was a holiday episode at
Yeah,
times.
you definitely do.
Maybe it's because I'm not a Johnny fan, and the episode is based around him.
Yeah,
I hear you,
very
girl.
heavy on Johnny.
Very.
I do think there were a lot of funny moments and sweet ones in this episode. I love the cute exchange between Ryan and Marissa right at the beginning when they're forest tree hunting. When Summer drags Marissa off to look for a tree and she looks at Ryan and they have a very sweet kiss. Gave me the feels. I also liked when they are at the diner trying to come up with ideas to help Johnny and they all look at Summer because this is her thing.
Yeah.
She saves Chrismukkah. I also really liked how we learned more about Summer's story in this episode and what happened to her family and her mom. It was nice to have her have that character.
Yeah, definitely.
My MVP this week is definitely Ryan. He is just awesome in this episode, giving into Seth's crazy idea of the bar mitzvah, helping a guy who is in love with his girlfriend, all while trying to do his best to not embarrass Sandy and himself.
Definitely.
I just think he is so level-headed and just really trying to do the right thing. Shittiest is for sure Johnny.
Truth.
Did he really think holding up a gas station was going to solve his problems?
Yes, for the moment.
My questions for this week are, at this point, why do you think Marissa is having a hard time of letting go of Johnny? Do you think there are feelings there, or does she feel responsible for his accident or something else?
I feel like I have to keep thinking she's a teenager. Like me at 30,
Yeah.
I probably drop your ass because like you're way too much high maintenance for me at this point. And like you have feelings for me and I'm in a relationship and like hard. But 17, it's like he has nobody else. And she just, I guess she just can't let that go. Like she's worried about him.
I feel like, and I said this when we were when we were watching it and recording our commentary, but Sam, I feel like you do this sometimes where you feel the need where you have to just keep these people in your life to like check up on them and like.
You don't need to do that. I mean, I understand. I know Sam does that, but yeah.
Fuck them. Fuck people.
But like, how do you explain it? You don't have feelings for these people.
No.
And I don't think Marissa has feelings for Johnny.
It's like
I
you
don't
just
think
feel like
it's
you have to
feelings
help.
of love. I think for her, I really think it's unresolved issues with dad. So whatever. So won't go there. I think she has
About
issues
your
with,
dad.
right.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Whatever.
I guess, yeah.
So I think she has unidentified. Oh my God. Unresolved issues regarding her dad leaving, and she probably feels on some levels relating to Johnny. Like she's felt hopeless, she's felt abandoned, she's felt by herself, doesn't want others to feel that way.
Yeah.
I also feel like there's this I wanted to help my dad thing on an unconscious level. I won't
No,
really
I
get
agree
into
with that.
but I think that's there because that does happen a lot when somebody has an unresolved issue with either of their parents. They feel the need to seek out help to help others because they want that relationship repaired and solved. For myself,
No, you don't have to.
Oh,
Relate yourself. But I said
okay.
it reminded me because sometimes you always will go the extra mile to help someone.
because I
where I'm
would
like,
want that for like I would never want on her level. I don't want someone to feel like you don't have anyone or you don't feel that somebody's looking out for you. But like, dude, it works for a point and then it works to a fault. Like she's bending over backwards for this guy. You're meeting him at the dark ends of a beach. You don't know what he's got in his pocket. Like she's just putting herself in very vulnerable
I'm
situations with Oliver and him and
And he's told her numerous times, like, he has feelings
I have
for her.
feelings
I mean,
for you.
right? Because she's like, there's a vibe. They talked after
and
they
she says,
her.
like, there's a vibe
Yeah.
here. Okay, if you know there's a vibe there, then
right.
you need
And
to
like
back
you
off.
said, you're 17, so she probably has this. She's not fully developed in her thinking. She's not
Right.
She's not really forward thinking. She's just like, I really want to help this guy, but
And you know what? He also says like, yeah, there is a vibe. I like you, but you still keep wanting to hang out with me.
You're still hanging out with me,
Right.
so I don't see the problem here.
Right.
Right.
It's like
She's
giving-
enabling it to happen.
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
enabling the
But she
behavior.
doesn't know any better, I guess.
Right.
Right.
Second question. If you were Ryan, at what point do you finally start to get annoyed with your girlfriends? Hang up with this guy, Bobby.
I mean, I'm already annoyed.
I would have been annoyed a long time ago.
Yeah.
Truth.
Personally, like I said, I relate to a lot to Ryan. I mean, we grew up differently, he and I, but we definitely have some of the same personality qualities and instincts. I feel like so a lot. So I guess I relate a lot to Ryan in that, and like when he's when they're trying to depict what he's feeling, I'm like, man, I feel that on a real level. So yeah, I would have been annoyed a long time ago, but a lot like Marissa trying to chill Ryan out, Sam definitely would have tried to chill me out and keep a more open mind and try to open up my heart a bit. So I would have, much like Ryan, sort of been gritting my teeth, but I probably would have, done similarly to what Ryan did. Hopefully I'd be that awesome, but I don't know.
Well, thank you for your questions. We're going to move on to @MuseChick, our girl Vic. She goes, "That's what friends are for. I remember that was one of my graduation songs when I was little.
Yeah.
Welcome, Sam and Bobby. I heard you're fans. I hate when Sandy mentions how great the weather is in California. I liked this episode. I thought it was great how we saw how everyone is doing. I'm glad that Julie is finally deciding to tell Marissa the truth. Well, she decided.
Right.
Right. It was nice to get a little backstory from Seth's bar mitzvah and why Summer didn't go, but it is sad to know what Summer went through when she was 13. I understand Ryan and how he feels. It's not necessarily jealousy, but Johnny's always there because Marissa is always there for Johnny.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm glad Ryan understood at the end that he does just need to help, even though Johnny really annoys me and what an idiot trying to rob a store. I'm glad Ryan stopped him and convinced him to let him help him. I'm so glad Kirsten got to throw another event. She seemed so bummed out. It was their last Chrismukkah in the house.
Yeah.
Questions. What do you think Johnny was doing before we found out he had a gun? I thought he was buying pills because he kept saying his knee hurt. So what do you think? Yeah.
I also thought
Definitely.
pills because his knee hurt and he clearly wasn't having good luck with a doctor. So
Yeah, I was
oftentimes you turn to the
Like,
street
a
for
steroid with that
helping
work?
your
Like,
knee
Yeah.
pain. So I thought oxys, roxys, some kind of narcotic.
Yeah, very, very much the same for me.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Would you have decided to not celebrate anymore if you were Ryan?
it's for charity, but Johnny's a charity.
Right.
So.
Right.
There's that whole
Ooh.
thing.
Sam and Bobby, I was wondering if you can tell us what your top and bottom 5 would be.
Floor is yours.
Yes.
Okay. So
Oh, you have a list?
I do have a list.
They
This
did
is
homework.
Very exciting.
They did
Top five. Ryan, Sandy, Kirsten, Summer, Seth, and
You don't
She's
sound
confused.
confident
She's
in your top
well,
5.
because I have an asterisk to put Julie because she
Okay.
really
Yeah.
her character development comes in really strong.
You can get a bonus. That's
Yeah,
good.
I'm gonna give her a bonus. Bottom 5: Volchuk, Oliver, Johnny, Caleb, and Lindsay.
Wow.
I just Johnny and Lindsay are on the same page. Volchuk and Oliver are on the same page.
Why Caleb?
Caleb, I just don't like how he treats Kirsten.
Right.
Yeah.
He puts her through a lot of unnecessary stress and he does some shady behavior.
But what, before he died, though, he tried to make it right.
He did try to make it right, and
Just
then he
that
died.
One day, though.
Exactly. And then Kirsten was left with all of this,
Yeah.
all this grief and
was
second
a shitty
questioning.
dad.
And he was,
Yeah.
So,
Good
Okay.
picks. Good
Yeah.
picks.
Bobby?
So for me, that would probably have to be Ryan, Kirsten, Sandy, Luke, and Anna.
Nice.
Anna.
We had a
Aw.
listener, Michael. Anna was on his list, which I love.
She's great.
John had Luke on his list as well.
Yeah, John loves Luke.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Your bottom 5?
Well, and I also want to say Julie is definitely somebody thrown into the mix. No spoiler alerts, but I love how her character developed as the seasons
Yes.
went along.
Yeah.
And, aside from her, really developing and blossoming into who she was, I also admire her just because she is like the ultimate opportunist. She's
Yes, she is.
She's a survivor. She's a hunter. She came from pole dancing to pour some sugar on me and doing pornos and stuff like that to make it into the Noopsy Society. And then when she's down, she finds a way to get back up and get in there. So I just love that she's such a fighter and a survivor. Even if some of the ways she does it is immoral, I admire her ability to see opportunities and seize them.
Yeah.
So aside from her character development in a good way, I also admire that about her. So I'll throw her in the mix. And then as a novelty top 5, someone that doesn't really qualify, but I love anyway, the Bullet. I mean,
Well, you're always thriving with this.
That's a character who comes in 4. Totally fine. Totally
All right.
fine. Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Well, the Bullet, yeah. I mean, like after we watched it, I tried to get Sam to call me the Bullet, and it didn't stick.
It
because like I'd
It
walk.
didn't stick.
I'd
wasn't
like,
even adhesive. It was never going to stick.
yeah, it was definitely like Teflon. But I'd walk in the
Yeah.
house and be like, bang, and
Yeah.
she would just roll her eyes, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's not going anywhere.
Facts.
But I thought it'd be cool to be called the Bullet. So yeah, he's not a legit top 5, but I love the Bullet.
Okay.
That's all right.
A blue ribbon.
have it.
Who's
Sure.
in your bottom 5?
Well, I'd certainly like to start off with Volchuk. I'm going to throw that one out there. I mean, definitely want to fight him. Another person I definitely want to fight, Trey. For so many reasons.
Shoot, I might have to throw him on my top
He could
5.
be a blue
My
ribbon
bottom,
for you, yeah.
my bottom boom.
Yeah.
Bottom boom.
Absolutely despise him.
Yeah.
Oliver, yeah. Oh my God, Oliver. I will fight you, Oliver. Like, oh, I hate you. But that's how I know you're a great character, because you really just get under my
Right,
skin, because you're just a little jerk.
Teabag.
Little jerk. So what am I up to? 3 right there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Who else do I not like? The entire water polo team and how they turned on Luke. That's so shitty.
They're
Turning on him
shitbags.
like that. They're just total douche nuggets.
Yeah.
You know, they're doucheroos. I do not like them for that. I thought that was really crappy to do. And then I'll probably also have to throw Caleb in there, just because he is so immoral. He is a complete narcissistic sociopath. He uses people and then he throws them away when he's done with them. And people are just objects to him. He has no feelings or emotions at all. And I just do not like him.
Good list.
Awesome.
Good list, guys. I'm
Yeah.
glad you did your homework.
Great list.
Thank you.
We're going to move on. Hey, ladies. Ray here from Daily Fizzing Wisby.
Hello, Ray.
Hey,
Hi, Ray. I've been
Ray.
listening to your podcast for about 6 months now. Always livens up my daily commute to work, so thank you for that. Though sadly, I have finally caught up. What am I going to do now?
I know. It's tough.
I hope you both enjoyed the Chrismukkah Bar Mitz-vahkkah holiday episode. Being an OG watcher, my first question is for you, Michelle. Knowing where Johnny's storyline goes without spoilers, how do you feel about him? Oh,
Good luck explaining yourself
Yeah.
without spoilers. Maybe, but later on you can talk about.
yeah. But how do I feel about him right now? I just think he's a sad sack, and
Yeah.
but I understand why he's sad,
Yeah.
and I legitimately do feel bad for him because Chili has not been in 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Casey cheated on him with Volchuk, and the girl he's in love with will not get out of his face.
No.
And not to mention that the girl's boyfriend is like the most amazing guy who has had his back so many times now.
Right.
So that didn't really answer it, but I don't know.
We get it.
Yeah.
Can I say something to that too? As you're saying this, I'm thinking Marissa's just overly nice to this guy, which probably is just further conflicting his feelings.
Yeah.
And also,
That's the only like ounce of pity I will give Johnny. Other than he did have a major accident, which sucks.
but also when Marissa went to the new school,
Mhm.
she had no one, and he was the first person. Well, Casey was. Well, no,
Casey.
both of them, right?
I
Casey
guess
and Johnny.
together, yeah.
So I guess like you have that special connection with someone who actually reached out to
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
just to defend a little bit.
Yeah.
Question for you both is: you think Johnny and Marissa would be a good couple?
I mean, right now where he's at, or like
I guess in general,
post-
No.
I don't think so.
They're like the same person. I think they'd fail.
I really think she would just get bored with Johnny after a while, because Johnny's a nice guy. He's a low-key surfer dude, but he's not problematic enough for her.
Right.
And she needs
She needs
the
a
chaos,
challenge.
and she needs
She
like
doesn't know how to thrive with
they're
that.
too similar. They're both
Right.
too nice. They're too like
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And she needs someone that's
She needs
more
to be
like
stimulated.
exactly someone more like rugged and
Badass.
testosterone fueled, like Ryan, I suppose. Yeah.
She goes, are you frustrated with Marissa and feel bad for Ryan given how she clearly has a crush on Johnny? I don't think she has a
I
crush
don't
on
think
Johnny.
she's a crush on Johnny.
But 200% am I feeling bad for Ryan because
Yeah.
there's so frustrating.
It's
to
like the
watch that.
same frustration with Oliver.
It's the
Yes.
same exact plot.
There's
really.
a lot
No, I know,
of
and they do
parallels
say
in
that
the
there's a
show.
lot of like repeat
repetitive storylines.
Yeah.
But in
my-
a different way, though. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
feel bored with it.
no, I don't
I'm
either.
just frustrated like I was
I mean, it's
last
not like
time.
Dawson's Creek where it was like on again, off again with Joey and Dawson. It was like, come on, pick one, or then
Yeah.
whatever. So I don't get bored with that. I also think it is really honest of what goes on in adolescence. You have feelings for a guy or a girl, you exercise those feelings out, and then 3 months, 6 months later, there's another person. It's a flavor of a week. It's typical
Yeah.
of adolescence. If you can think back to that time,
That's true.
We've been kind of been there.
But Johnny's
Yes.
more
Here we
Johnny's
go.
more genuine about it, and he's more legitimately confused. Whereas I feel like Oliver is someone who's more of a predator.
He's a borderline.
He's-
Oh,
So
Yeah.
different. He had an
He's-
agenda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's someone that has, definitely in my opinion has a borderline personality, and he's somebody that is an absolute manipulator. He is, he's someone who's a predator, and he knows exactly what he's doing. So I guess that's the difference. Like, he's a true villain, whereas Johnny, I think, is sort of confused and caught up in the crossfire that is Marissa's, mixed, intentions and just her own unresolved things from the past.
definitely. My favorite quote this episode was, "Julie, I told you, Gus, I'm not going to your Christmas party, even if you are deep frying a ham." She says, "I love Julie this season. She's hilarious." Your OG watcher from Toronto, Canada, Ray.
Yay.
What up?
Thank you, Ray. We're going to move on now to @DelVasto, Del_Vasto. Michael, as we know him. Hey, happy stream night. And hello to the 2 new voices this week.
Hello.
Hello there.
Like last week's episode, I found this one sort of blah. Nothing that great happens, which is upsetting because it's a Chrismukkah episode.
Yeah, I get that.
Favorite quote of the episode is when Seth said that every Jewish kid wants Christmas and every Christian kid wants a bar mitzvah. I like in this episode that we hear mention of Summer's mom. I wish we got to meet her and learn more about that.
Yeah.
Shittiest, Johnny, for obvious reasons. MVP, Seth for coming up with the idea to help out a friend and Ryan for going through with it. Question. Who is our Michelle's sister's favorite character as well as her least favorite character, which you just went through? Do you have but who's your favorite?
Yeah, favorite?
Favorite.
Is it Ryan?
I just love Ben McKenzie. He's
Same.
gorgeous.
Same.
And I love how much he's developed in the series. But
I think he's mine, at least currently.
yeah, I consistently really like him. And even when he's making poor choices or I question his motives, I'm like, his heart's in the right place. But also Kirsten, she really has. Oh, but there's Julie. All right, I'll go with Ryan. And ultimate least favorite?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Volchok.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking
Ryan?
Volchok.
I mean, Ryan.
Bobby?
Night made for Bobby.
Bobby, your
That was
top
weird.
and least?
Uh,
Sparkle.
1 and 1?
my top. Boy, I want to say Ryan. It's probably going to be Ryan, but I don't know, because for me, honestly, the other one is Sandy, because Sandy is the type of person I definitely aspire to be as I age and everything like that. I want to be that type of father. I want to be that type of person that I'm still cool and I could still surf despite being, older, and someone who stands up for what they believe in and sort of, sticks to their morals and, develops a great family. So maybe Sandy, because that's someone who I truly aspire to be like. He's someone that has, a spine made out of iron. Like, there's so much integrity with him, and he's someone that just you feel like, even as a looker, I feel protected. Like, I feel like Sandy has my back. Like, if I were to get arrested or something like that, I'd want to call the fictional character of Sandy Cohen.
Yeah, I know.
True.
And honestly, the guy says schmear, and when you're from New York, schmearing is a real thing. So I just love that. But yeah, as much as I want to say Ryan, I'm probably honestly gonna have to go with Sandy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Good choice.
Finally, I've started listening to Cherry Hill Talk. Side note, it's giving me serious FOMO that I wasn't around when this podcast was live.
Aww.
Thank you. I've noticed you guys talk about Boy Meets World a lot. So who do you think is more relationship goals, Kiki and Sandy or Corey and Topanga? Like Corey and Topanga, we started from
Babies.
babies, and then we what
And they have
they-
babies.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they had definitely had the hiccup with the whole skiing lodge.
Skiing
They
lodge.
never forget that.
Never.
Never forget that, Corey.
Nope.
But Sandy,
But Sandy
and
and
Rebecca
Kirsten.
and
Oh,
Kirsten
no.
is harder.
Oh, that's so hard.
Because it's relevant right now. I'm gonna have to go with Sandy and Kirsten.
yeah, and plus we're older.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I love Corey and Topanga.
Same.
That whole
Corey and
show.
Topanga are great.
He-
Angela and Sean were great too.
Oh,
Angela
yeah,
and Sean.
love Angela and Sean.
And Morgan, even little sister, even though she wasn't dating anyone. Just throw it in
He
there.
continues with, as always, please keep up the amazing work. So we're going to, he has a request for us. I know the season 3 finale is a long way away, but if you guys could possibly have Ingrid watch while you record and watch live like you guys did for an old school episode of One Tree Hill. So here's the thing, guys. Ingy, while she's part of Tree Hill Talk and she loves One Tree Hill, she just doesn't have an interest in Gossip Girl or OC anymore.
So that's a no.
So
but
that's a
we love your
no.
suggestion.
We love your suggestion. Yeah, and Ing it just wasn't her thing, but she is obviously still a part of Tree Hill Talk, so you can hear her voice over there.
Right.
All right, moving on. We have an email.
An email.
Yes.
So much feedback.
So much
tonight.
feedback.
So good.
Very much so. Thank you so much. This is from Chris. 2 quick things. I don't remember exactly, so bear with me, but you guys said something like the kids are getting tired of doing the show or which ones have bad attitudes. Well, we talked about this.
Yeah, like last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Donovan did an interview on Andy Cohen's show back and basically said all the kids were somewhat awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You can
cringe.
YouTube the interview and see that.
I remember Misha Barton being a big problem for a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, they interviewed about that a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely. Even when we saw her on Dancing with the Stars, I was like, girl, you got a serious attitude adjustment.
She's great
You're
on
in
the
need
hills,
of
though.
one.
She was on
Like-
Dancing with the Stars. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like,
right,
I'm-
but like 2
Right
years
after
ago?
that?
yeah, she
No,
was like,
before.
I like danced around with a little thumb, probably gonna do okay. And then she got like, she was the first one eliminated.
know.
I was like, oh,
I think
all
it
right.
was just awkward of her to come back to this.
Yeah.
TV
No, but on the
scene.
hills, Michelle and I watched. We thought
I love
she was
her.
very more relatable than she ever was in her life. So
Yeah. Again, I don't remember exactly what y'all said, but you guys mentioned the show ending because Josh wanted to make Gossip Girl. Right. This is why I've always been bitter.
right. This is why Michelle never wanted to watch.
But the
Gossip
thing
Girl.
is, like, I was just being, I guess, just an uneducated asshole.
I was like,
He said in an interview one time that Fox changed management during seasons 3 and 4, and that with the new guy in charge, the new guy wasn't thrilled with OC. So for whatever reason, and I believe during season 3, the ratings were starting to dip, and Josh pretty much knew when they were heading into season 4 that it would be the last.
yeah.
He said that's why season 4 was goofy, and if that was going to be the last season, he wanted to have fun.
It definitely does that.
So that makes sense.
Mission accomplished.
And then he says, I hope you find this new information helpful. He said, oh, and please have John on the podcast more.
you got it.
I really enjoyed his intake. I love him and Ant.
Oh, me too.
Thank you, Chris.
Same.
I do too. Ant's pretty great.
Yes,
We had a Facebook message.
we did from our friend Robert. All he said was, Ryan is the MVP of the entire 3rd season, along with
Facts.
Julie.
Facts.
So I told him we'd mention it on the podcast because, I mean, I feel that way. I feel that way about the show in general. I mean, I just said before, like, I think Ryan is probably my very favorite character. So he's probably my overall MVP too.
I want Liz to talk a little bit about her bat mitzvah, but
Okay.
Mrs. Boquist on Instagram.
Jess.
She said, this episode brings back all the feels of my bat mitzvah with the bar bat mitzvah theme song. That's what friends are for. It definitely played at my bat mitzvah and just about every bar bat mitzvah I have ever attended. That and the wing beneath my wings.
Wind Beneath
Wind
My
Beneath My
Wings.
Wings.
Even just the theme song of Friends. Like, you have your friends come up for the candle. You play the Friends theme song.
I mean, you don't have to like go into so much, but
It's a big, huge blur.
what was your theme again? Was it,
was
dance?
dance.
It was
so
dance.
I have to say, my centerpieces were phenomenal. My mom hired this woman. She got these mannequin legs, and on each mannequin leg were a different dance shoe. So it was a point shoe, a jazz shoe, a tap shoe, whatever shoe. And they were like standing up, and the whole table was themed in that particular dance style. Have to say, it was excellent. That all other than that, it's really a huge blur. I know I crushed my Torah portions.
Yeah, you did. I was there for
Crushed
that.
it,
We both
crushed
were there
it.
for that.
Yeah. But what? Not to offend my fellow Jewish people, but did it change me as a person? No. Did I learn anything? Absolutely not. I can't tell you one Jewish thing. Really, if you want to ask a Jewish thing, you go to my sister, and she kind of like finagles what she thinks is a Jewish
That's
thing.
how I feel about Sam.
But,
Sam's
I mean,
definitely more.
We believe
more, but-
in the traditions of everything. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say I'm a religious person, though.
Yeah.
But that's it. But ultimately, it was fun. You know, your friends and your family dance, and you eat, and you sing, and you do the hora, and it was fun. It was a good time. I
Chant a
hated
little
my hair and
Torah.
makeup. We'll post a picture.
Yeah.
13-year-old Alyssa pretty much look exactly the same,
Yeah.
but it was fun. So
That's so good.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into our segments. Let's talk about a little fashion in this episode? What do you have?
Much.
Okay.
But Marissa's side ponytail and the curls with like her sitting by the pool and her jeans rolled up.
Yeah.
Yep.
She just looked really beachy. I like that.
I liked Seth's reindeer sweater.
Oh yeah, he did have the reindeer. It's like you forget it was Chrismukkah though.
I know.
Right.
I know.
Mm.
Yeah. Obviously, Summer's Donna Martin graduates t-shirt.
Yeah. Ryan in that like green t-shirt. And then he
Yeah.
put the leather jacket.
Ryan in
Ooh.
anything, but yeah, definitely the leather jacket.
I was
and the
pretty
suit.
thirsty.
I don't
Yes.
know if you remember, Sam, but in season 2, Ryan's hair.
Awful.
Do we remember? It was
Yeah, it wasn't
so
great.
bad.
It was awful.
And then he picks it up.
and then this season it's like a whole nother.
Everyone
vibe.
looks
divine.
Yeah, everyone looks
very
good.
good.
Everyone looks good.
I liked Marissa's striped sweater. Thought
Yes.
that was cute.
Yeah, I liked Julie's hair when she was wearing that pale pink shirt with the
hospital?
silk. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's got like the best hair. I know Marissa's got the best hair, but Julie's a very close second.
I liked Julie's outfit for the party. Her
With
like,
the fur,
yeah.
I loved that whole thing.
And I liked Marissa's black dress.
I loved Marissa's black dress. I said I liked the silhouette of Summer's dress, and I liked her like makeup there, but the colors, I guess it was like Christmassy colors.
Yeah.
Not good, but the silhouette of the dress looked very nice on her.
I also want to throw my hat in the ring a little bit
Yeah,
on
of
that.
course.
Please do.
I have to give it up to Summer because I mean the outfit is one thing, but she had like bedazzled green heels to go with that. Like I didn't even know. I mean, not that I pay attention to this sort of stuff, but I didn't
You
even know
always
they like
pay attention to
made those sort of things. And
course.
Oh,
that's
of
great that she
course.
has it. I'm like, go girl. So
You
I just-
go, girl.
I just want to throw that out there. And I mean, there are only 3 people in like the top 3 people in history that have worn a leather jacket better than anybody else. I mean, we got to put it out there. The Fonz, we got
Danny
to say
Zuko.
Danny Zuko, John Travolta from Greece, and Ryan Atwood.
Atwood.
Yeah.
There's only one more person on that Mount Rushmore of leather jacket, and I don't know who that is, but I'm wondering if anybody has any suggestions. I want to know who you think the Mount Rushmore of leather jackets is. Like, who's that 4th one? Because the other 3, they're pretty secure in there.
They definitely
You know,
are.
so I just-
Hold on.
I'm curious
You're,
for any
you're
listeners.
missing a very important person.
In the leather jacket.
Who?
Johnny Castle.
Oh, man.
What about Dylan McKay?
Dirty Dancing.
Dylan McKay for sure.
Oh,
90210.
we
He's
just-
like actually he would
90210.
he would
Luke
be
Oh.
he was like 90210 was like the start of teen dramas.
Yeah.
So I want to. So with that being said, I want to hear what everybody thinks. We got the top 3 pretty secure, but we have Johnny Castle from.
Johnny Bravo also, that cartoon with the
Nah,
little-
he just wore a black.
Johnny Bravo.
He just wore a black
No,
T-shirt.
Johnny Castle.
Oh,
But-
Johnny
Jo-
Castle.
Johnny
Come on,
Ca-
Patrick Swayze.
Well, I want to hear what everybody else thinks. So
Well, that's
we
what I
either
think.
have Johnny Castle, the 90210 guy. I'm sorry, I don't remember
Dylan
his
McKay.
name.
Dylan
Dylan
McKay.
Yeah, Dylan,
Dylan McKay.
and yeah, him. And if anybody else has any suggestions, like who do you guys think is the 4th person on that Mount Rushmore? So I'm curious about
That's a good
that.
question.
That's a great question.
Thanks.
How about some quotes?
Quotes. Oh, right. A Chrismukkah miracle. That's what I do.
What is this thing you have helping these kind of guys?
Is the comb where I left it? Please, Princess Sparkle.
You're
was
remodeling your life. It's all about how you slice it.
That song's
Dr.
Jewish.
Roberts.
It might as well be.
You can't have Chris without a little macabre.
And everyone like crickets in the background.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Breakthrough moment for us.
I don't know, Cooper Scooper.
Cooper Scooper. That was so good. It's time for the Sandy Cohen uplifting speech.
Sing Hebrew? No, you chant. And then we'll have Herkel, the Jewish clown.
Just plan. I don't see any. Just plan. I don't see any holes in that at all. That's what Ryan was saying to Johnny, but I don't know what
yeah,
they were
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yes.
Chant a little Torah, dance a little hora, and then we're golden.
That's all I have.
I also have Jews don't believe in saints, only really good stand-up.
Oh, that was great.
Clutch.
Two enthusiastic
true.
thumbs up.
Ryan Atwood, you're a mensch.
He is
Facts.
a man.
He is such a munch. Capital M.
And
Well,
then-
Ryan doesn't wear glasses when he's reading right to left. he
Right to
does.
left. Yeah.
That was good.
And then the other one was when I don't remember the exact quote, but when Dr. Roberts and Julie are talking, and he was just like, "Well, yeah, your daughter's been living at my house." Like,
Yeah, I know. She
I didn't recognize
it.
you.
hello.
And then I like when Seth is in the video, he's like, "This is my funeral, not my bar mitzvah."
Yeah. Aw, little Seth.
Sethala.
Sethala.
All right, so guys, let's pick our MVPs and shittiest. MVP first.
Got mine. Yes. Committed.
You guys ready? On 3, 2, 1. Okay. 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Ryan.
Chino. Okay,
Kid
Ryan.
Chino.
Okay,
Yeah.
you chose Ryan too?
Yes.
Okay,
We
all
all
chose
chose
Ryan.
Nice.
I think for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything
good.
that you want to state though of why?
I just give it up to him for always doing the next right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially again for a 17-year-old, and given his background and where he's come from, he's always really trying to have his heart in the right place. And he has really good delivery. He has really good follow through. He's honest. He has his integrity. A lot of character traits you don't get earlier on in your life.
That's
so I
true.
give him a lot of credit, especially in not morally. He's faced a lot of like moral dilemmas, and he just always seems to come out on top.
Yeah, with his
So I
with
give
his
him a lot of credit.
with his upbringing and being from a broken home, you could go one of two ways. You
Right.
either follow in the footsteps and the self-fulfilling prophecy that, that is your upbringing and everything, and you become the thing everyone expects you to become, AK for Ryan, a quote unquote bad kid, or you could go have this oppositional effect like Ryan does. And I guess for Ryan, with all of his unfortunate experiences at such a young age, it matured him. So he's 17, but emotionally he's, probably 25, 30. And just the way he casually swoops in, and he didn't, go over to Johnny and be like, man, don't do this. He swooped in and just, saved Johnny's pride while also, diffusing the situation and avoiding all this stuff. So, I mean, Ryan pulled double duty. Not only was he doing Johnny this favor of, and Marissa, I guess, this favor of doing the bar mitzvah, and also, I guess, sort of Kirsten inadvertently, but at the same time, he then saves his life in this convenience store.
Yeah.
So
And so slick too. Like, I just knew about a pack of
Yeah.
cigarettes.
Right.
And a lot of
He
the
does
time-
that shit all the time. Like he just like will
Always. So
say the right thing. You're like,
smooth.
oh, you're so
Like a
smooth.
tall glass
Yeah.
of
And
water.
the thing is like he's not even great with words.
No, he's not.
No.
It's like a well-known thing.
Yeah.
Son, a lottery ticket. I'm feeling lucky.
All right, so let's do our shittiest. 3, 2, 1.
Marissa.
Johnny.
Marissa.
Okay.
Please
Yeah.
discuss.
Oh, you just
Um,
you're like defensive for Ryan.
No, I genuinely, I mean, Johnny was being a bit of a crankpot. He was having his pity party, was totally being the most negative of all Nancys in the entire world. No offense to any Nancys listening out there. I'm sure you're lovely people. I feel for him though. He's in a deep state of depression. His sense of identity has been taken away from him. He can't afford to pay for this medical bill, and that probably feels terrible to begin with. And that people are prioritizing money over his health, and also the fact that he may never be able to surf again. And just I really feel bad for him. And he's the kind of kid that's never had anything handed to him. I don't believe so.
That's true.
He probably feels
with the
so
good
uncomfortable
points.
with this. So
Damn
I
it.
just
We
I feel I feel
Yeah,
horrible with him,
I
and
give him
plus
that.
he I don't think he genuinely wants his help. I feel like he's too ashamed, but Marissa keeps like pulling him in and ramming it down his throat, as you said before, Sam. So like he's so twisted and sort of convoluted just because like Marissa made him that way. I mean, I guess she didn't make him that way, but she was seriously influential in that. And I know her heart's in the right place, but I feel like she sort of created this whole thing. And I guess I have to say, for me, with Marissa being the shittiest, because then not only is she twisting Johnny's head and putting that in a pretzel, she's twisting Ryan's head and doing the exact same thing. So I'm sorry, I gotta go with Marissa on that.
Good points,
All
though.
right.
Good
I mean, I
points.
think we should chose Johnny because really I didn't really know who my shittiest was.
Same.
But I'm like, Johnny, I don't really like the way I get why you're acting the way you are. It was kind of like a default
it
shitty.
ultimately was the end scene, not the end scene, but the second to last scene where
Yeah.
he does not want to, but
Yeah.
is going to
Yeah.
shoot or
Right.
pretend.
It came to that, and that's sad.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Really.
I think it's that time.
It's time for Patron of the Week.
It's patron of the week.
Patron of the week.
It's patron of the week. Who will it be? It's patron of the week.
Did you guys like that?
It reminds me of Andy Bernard with his ringtone in season 2 of The Office. And he's like, tweet, tweet, And he made like all 4 parts himself. Like it sort of reminded me of that.
It's Liz and I and Aunt remixed it.
Oh, I love it. I think it's awesome. It just reminded
We'll
me.
send
of
you
that.
the full version. It
If you
actually is
want.
pretty
It's got
good.
a good. You can get down to it in the car.
We don't sing the whole time.
I want to make
know.
it my ringtone, and better yet, I want to see what the music video for that would look like.
Oh, bonus! We should do a music video.
I have a green screen. We
should do
could
it.
really
No,
get.
seriously. That'd be freaking.
Let's work.
hysterical.
Let's do that. Okay, let's go
I'm gonna
ahead.
make a mental note. Patron of the week this week is a 3rd time patron of the week.
Ooh.
She's been giving us lots of feedback over on Patreon. I always do that.
No,
Patreon.
Yeah.
They're interchangeable in my brain. But it's Teresa.
Teresa. Hey,
Yeah.
girl.
She sent us awesome questions for our You bonus episode. And she sends us trivia and things for Gossip Girl. She also sent us the trailer for this week's Gossip Girl episode, which I'm going to show Michelle. And she's just always there. And so we called her Trusty T.
Thank you, Trusty T.
Yes.
We love you.
She's very
Aw.
trustworthy. She's been around for a while. So thank you.
All right, let's see. You ready?
I'm excited.
So, guys, every week, well, when Ingrid was watching with us, and because Ingrid was a newbie, I would give her a haiku for next week's episode so Ingrid could make predictions. And then I stopped because, like, Liz has seen the episode before.
But also I don't remember. So
But Liz is kind of a newbie, and for people listening, this is kind of a teaser of what's to come. So, here is the haiku from me to you for season 3, episode 11, The Safe Harbor. Enough is enough. We have an operation. Let our friend in.
let our friend. Enough is enough, which is Johnny and Marissa. Enough is enough. We have an operation. We're going to operate on Johnny.
Cold.
Damn it.
I do
It's an
hot and cold.
operation something, which Summer is going to be the leader of that because Summer is always getting the shit together. She's the ringleader. Or is it Seth? But Seth's like so super annoying when it comes to that stuff. So. And what was the last part?
Let our friend in.
Let our friend in. They want to let Coop back in school, but she can't get back to school. Marissa's happy being out of Harbor. Sort of.
Yeah.
That's my light predictions. 'Cause
Okay.
I truly don't know.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Do
I
you
like
remember?
it.
It's been a while since you've watched. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I think it's more relating to Johnny. And
When we go after hours,
yeah, I don't want to
We'll
get
talk.
into
I'm going to
it
say
more.
2 words, and I think you'll
I'll
get
know.
it.
Yeah.
I think it's more about Johnny and bureaucratic stuff with the hospital.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's coming. Yeah.
I definitely hear Marissa saying all of that. So I'm with you, Liz. That was my absolute first thought. But if that's cold, as you were saying, Michelle, I could.
Well, I mean, sure, it's coming. I just was focused.
All right.
On next week's episode.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Specifically.
if it's not Marissa, I feel like Ryan again would be the next person to say that. But instead of Marissa's more high pitched, like "Let our friend in," Ryan's like sort of dramatic low voice, "Let our friend in."
Oh.
You know,
Oh.
sort of like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, good predictions by all.
Thanks.
Thank you, Sam and Bobby, for
Yes.
finally coming on a
Thank you.
podcast of mine. Did you have fun?
How's your podcast experience? Is it interesting?
Yeah.
Is
No,
it? Do
absolutely.
you feel like it's innate? Like you just like I'm talking to a mic and it's fine. No.
Would you come back?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
good. So
I
you did
think
something
now
right.
having watched it and really been a part of the process, I would want to come on for other episodes where I'm more like not more, but I'm like, oh man, I'm really emotionally charged by it or have a
okay.
lot of
Yeah.
feelings for different characters and whatnot.
Bobby, did you have fun?
I had an absolute blast. I mean,
Yes,
I could
thank you.
I could
should
talk
say.
to a wall for 5 or 6 hours straight and have
That's true.
have fun. And this is way more fun than that.
Okay,
so
good.
I had a blast, and truly, it felt good to to return to Newport again. It's been a while since I've been there, and I really enjoyed it. I kind of just want to go to the Crab Shack now. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Me too.
Guys, thank you so much for listening as always. And thank you to everyone who writes us each week and gives us your
Yes,
feedback
thank you for
and
your
your
questions.
comments. We so appreciate This is what makes it so fun that we can have this open conversation with you guys. If you'd like to reach out at Let's Talk OC on all the social meets, you can check out our Patreon, ittakes3network.com. You can see what we have going on up there. You get the episode a day before it goes up, ad-free. We have a Riverdale mini podcast exclusive for our Patreon fam. So until next week, we will see you then.
Yay, bye.
Okay, guys, let's talk OC after dark.
Let's talk OC.
All right, so
Wow, that transition real quick.
Wow.
well, you know,
Let
okay.
me slip into something
No, but
a bit more comfortable.
When we were talking about when Tish brought up like who's a couple that you don't like that not
Yeah.
everybody likes.
Is yours Taylor and Ryan?
Yeah.
I love Taylor
I
and
know.
Ryan.
I knew it was Taylor and Ryan.
That's my OTP
I
on
just-
the show.
Is it really?
What?
Your
I'm
OTP?
I'm starting to
No.
Sandy and Kirsten are
Thank
OTP,
you.
but I'm starting to warm up to Ryan and Marissa when we first watched. Not when we first watched, when we started this podcast. I was so against it because I felt like they were bad for each other. But now, as
so
it
it makes
goes
it good.
on, I like it more.
I
They're
love
very
them.
comfortable with each other. They're very open and very honest. So I like it better, but ultimately I love him with Taylor. And that's only from my first initial watch. So I could not, I could change my mind at any time. But
I just I feel like
I
I
know.
see Taylor's like this annoying little
She
schoolgirl,
is,
but
she
then
is.
I it's like such a dichotomy because then I see her in like his fantasy with the 80s music on the kitchen and she's just like in those she's in that like raunchy outfit and he's just like what the hell did I just say? So I see her in both ways.
She's
But I
so
can't
funny
see
though.
her. She's great. Her
hysterical.
character's great. I think I'm just not over what happened with Marissa, and it happens a little quick for me.
yeah.
And
Still not over it.
I'm not over it. I'm not over what happened because they were finally getting on a
I
good
know.
place. She was
I
getting in a
know.
good place, and then they just throw another love interest in his story, and I feel like it could have been fine without it.
Well, no, I mean, Taylor and a love interest doesn't happen until
Towards the end.
oh,
right?
Sadie.
I liked Sadie.
I like Sadie.
That's Johnny's
No.
cousin.
Mhm.
I liked her.
In Twilight.
Like, yeah,
Nikki Reed,
Nikki
yeah.
Reed. Love her, but
I
not.
liked that pairing, but that's because when I first watched it, I really didn't like him and Marissa together.
Yeah.
Are they actually together when she dies?
Taylor and
No,
Ryan.
no, Marissa and Ryan. Are they together?
They kind of make amends because he's dropping her off at the
Yeah.
At the airport.
Yeah.
Oh, the finality
It's-
of it. I have such
But also, like
Oh,
watching
nice.
this bar mitzvah episode, I'm like, holy shit, Marissa and Johnny die.
Yeah,
We
this is
lose
their last
two
Christmas.
teenagers. This is their last
and Hanukkah.
fucking amen. This is their last
So
holiday.
sad.
Yeah.
And think about looking back on the photos, looking back at the photo
Yeah, because the
album and
photographer actually said,
everything.
I want to get one of the whole family. And I thought, oh man, that's their
Exactly.
last family photo.
See, like
So
this is
that-
how we're so into.
Exactly.
This really upset. That really upset me.
No,
And
it's
like, because you
awful.
don't always get that last photo. And that was the last
Yeah.
real full family photo.
At least Julie and her had a good
Yeah.
holiday. The two words I was going to say for next week: free Marissa. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that.
Free Marissa, and T-shirts are made.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really forgot about that.
Mhm.
Oh, what did
Kind
she
of like
do?
Donna Martin graduates.
Kind of is. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Free Marissa.
Marissa almost like wishes she was like
Did she go
Ryan's
to
like
jail?
badass law breaking side.
No, it's kind of. I'm not gonna.
Okay, yeah,
This is
no.
like a teaser, but like
Really
that's
academically.
Huh? What?
No, it's not academic related.
What?
Her.
Free Marissa.
like let her into the school.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And T-shirts are made. We can get T-shirts too.
Mm,
Everything the
Forgot
OC
about
has
that.
them.
they do.
That's a good maybe
It's a good giveaway.
Yeah.
That's very good. Yeah.
Okay. Is anybody else have anything they have to
Anything you
shout
want to get off
and
their
rant?
chest?
Are you good?
Every time I see Johnny, I just feel like it's the beginning of the end of when he jumps off the
Yeah,
falls
that's-
off the cliff.
I
I'm like,
for-
oh my god!
Like,
when he
as
was at the
soon as-
beach, I'm like, oh no, it's the lowest point of the beach, and then he's at the highest.
Right.
point.
Yeah.
And we know that
His
happens
low
to
and his high.
Caitlin.
Yeah. Forgot about
You've seen the series once through?
that. no,
no,
2.5.
twice. And you've only seen it once through?
Yeah, and I've just seen random episodes
Yeah,
here and there.
2.5, 2.25.
Man. That's not enough in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I 200%
I
agree.
really want Sam and Bobby to watch One Tree Hill. I think they would really be into it.
I think I would
I
definitely
think for
be into it.
a very I think for a time you'd be into it.
I think for
and
the
then
first
you'll fall off,
5
and then
episodes,
you'll want to watch a little bit more.
Sounds typical of our watching.
Yeah.
History.
No, but like
For
I
sure.
really would love to watch that with you guys. Like
we're on Schitt's Creek right now,
I'm very proud.
so
We're
we're
very proud of that. It only took a year and a day, but you got there.
took us a year and a day to finish.
Both Sarah and Angela love Schitt's Creek.
It's
They're like,
really
you have
very
to watch it. I'm
good.
like, I know, I just haven't like gotten around to it.
Yeah.
My people. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off now since we're
Yeah.
not talking about
Wait,
see.
oh, wait, I just want to throw
Yeah,
a
yeah.
couple things in there. One thing that really like stuck with me, and it's something I want to sort of add to like my book of mantras and things like that, is in terms of quotes, the part where Sandy was talking about swallowing pride, and he was like, "It doesn't always taste good," and that's so true, and it's so applicable. So that's something I really want to incorporate to my own mantras. I also want to, like, the drug dealer or gun dealer, whatever he was, like, he's just like counting the money in public. Like,
Yeah.
are
Yeah, I
you kidding
know.
me? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And is that how
Dramatics.
people get guns? Is that really like that kind of shady behavior? I feel like you go to a gun shop.
No,
Did you really
No, if you're
purchase a gun?
trying to get something quick, you're gonna do it under
But
the
People
you-
really
table.
sell guns like that. I feel like it's like the dark market,
Well,
oh,
that's
duh.
what he's
the
doing
dark
it.
internet, the dark web, whatever.
Oh,
that
it's
is.
totally the dark market, but you don't buy guns under a street light on a pier,
Right,
on a
Right.
popular
Well, they're
crowded
you know
pier.
Yes.
Newport.
You go to someone's house, or you go in their car, or there's a
Right.
drop location. Like, it's like, and you don't count the money openly like that. I mean,
Don't
it's
count
just
your tips in public. Cedric always says.
exactly.
Exactly.
You might as well just have a billboard above you that says "doing shady shit over
Right,
here." Don't
right.
look though. So I don't know. I just wanted to point that out. So I thought that was interesting.
Okay, never mind.
I guess like it's weird because when I think about Johnny dying and everything like that, the Pink Floyd song "Wish You Were Here" sort of came to mind, because I almost just like it's just like a song that when I hear it, it's almost like you're underwater, just everything's just slowed down, you're just sort of like looking up at the sun, and you know, I just picture it's like Johnny just wiped out on a wave, and you know, that's just sort of him like underwater, just, you know, kind of just going with the rip curl. And I don't know, I feel like it's like his swan song or whatever. And
When they
I
do
don't
like
know.
this paddle out.
Yeah, kind of like that whole
Sad.
that
like
whole
that I feel
thing.
sad for him.
You know, I hear that song throughout all of that, and I don't know, it's like a song I
Sad.
associate with Johnny. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very insightful, you two.
Yes.
Thanks.
It's been a pleasure.
Okay.